Nice. Welcome in spooks to another TBR game. So quick recap of my March TBR. I completed the challenge. If you've seen my wrap up that went up a few days ago, I had 4 prompts and a TBR jar to complete. I unhauled the TBR jar. I completed the 4 prompts. It did involve repicking my illustrated cover book because I started reading 100 Years of Solitude and really didn't like it. But anyway, let's get going with April's TBR. I can't believe we're in April. I can't wait to see what we get. I have already played the game, so I've got spoilers. You will see me in a matter of seconds in the exact same position with the same drink. Go ahead, go watch the gameplay. I'll wait. Welcome to the gameplay. We're on the lounge floor because my dining room is being decorated, so I can't go on the dining table. I'm going to put back all of the prompts that I used from last month. Let's get everything out. So out of the prompts from last month, I'm going to take an illustrated cover out and put that in my scrap pile. More than 400 pages I'm going to take out and put in my scrap pile, and also a human being on the cover I'm taking out. I knew this was going to happen, and yet still hurts. Okay, I've got all my bonus cards here. They need a vague shuffle. You can't see those. Let's put them here. All my boost cards don't need a shuffle. They can go down there. The cat's coming back. Hi Milo, thank you for coming here to cause some chaos. My prompt cards are here, just giving them a real vague shuffle. They can go, where can you see them? There, is that good? And here, I'm just gonna get out that. We did complete March's game, so we're gonna roll the gold dice. And that's the normal dice. Okay, are we ready? So rolling the gold dice because I completed my March challenge, meaning I start the month of April with, £1 to spend on books. Is that a cat claw? Have you been scratching my carpet? £1. I'll put the pound here so you can see it. Okay, here we go. First roll. That was such a bad roll. Oh, that was going to be TBR jar. I've picked it back up. It was a bad roll. Let it roll. There we go. 4. Thank baby Jesus. Go back to the start. Lose £1. Cool. Thanks so much for nothing. I would have rather had the TBR jar. Why does the world hate me? We just had a minor casualty with the camera and the cat. The casualty was for the camera, not for the cat. The cat's fine. The camera less so. There we go. Okay. The drama ended because I did actually roll a 3 this time. So, cool, thank you. I guess I need to go get my TBR jar. You wait right here. You're in charge. If Milo comes across, make sure he doesn't eat anything, break the camera, any of those things. Cool, thanks. Here we go. I'm just dreading this. Can you see it? Is it upside down? Am I gonna cry? The Lost Bookshop. Okay. Yeah, not mad about that. I will get the book for you in a little while. It'll be in the cupboard somewhere. Okay, that was kind of pain-free. Let's do the second roll. 3. 1, 2, 3. It is a boost card. I think it's take your book to a coffee shop, which is my favourite one to get. I also get £1, and oh, the TBR jar is £1. I get £1, and it's a bonus tile. So there's my £1. The boost card is take your book to a coffee shop. Let me put that in there. I've got a bonus card. Let's do it this way. This one is, you tell me. Is it good? Multiplier, double the tile's coins. An extra £1. Let's have a prompt. 1. Okay. £2 and a prompt card. £2. Here goes the prompt. You tell me what it is. Is it good? It looks long. A book published in the year you were born? Oh no. The problem with this card is I don't think anything on my TBR shelf matches this prompt. The Secret History was published in the year I was born, but I've already read that, so it's no longer on that shelf. I'm gonna really hope that I get a bonus card that means I can put that prompt back. Right, just let's move on. We'll figure it out. 1. Roll again, lose £1. Cool, thanks for nothing. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go back 2 spaces, lose £1. 1, 2, we lose £1. We don't get this £3 because we've gone back, but we do get the prompt. So, as always, you tell me first. Is it good? It looks short. A book in a series. Okay, I can probably do that from my shelf. That's fine. 3. 1, 2, 3. £2 and a prompt. We need to build those pounds up or it's going to be a sad month. Let's go near the top. Is it good? Maybe you can see that. A book with clouds on the cover? Okay. Okay, we'll see what we've got. We've really got to finish that TBR shelf challenge. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, this is write in a journal. Love that one. Let me get the boost ready. Write in a journal. Oh, I do have TBR jar. I feel like last month I couldn't find that boost card. I've got that. Write in a journal. There it is. Oh, go there. Oh, I've not been putting my prompts there. We'll figure that out later. In there. Next. I'm not reading many books this month. 1, okay. £1 and a prompt. Let's go kind of near the top. Like a third down the pile. What is it? A genre you don't usually read? Okay, fine. We can do that from the shelf. Okay, can you be a high number, please? 1. Thanks for nothing. This is poll your friends, so I need to decide between a few books and then ask any friend to pick the book that I want.
I immediately forgot that I picked this tile, so this did not happen.
I also get £3 and a bonus. £3. What bonus do we want? Unsure. You know, I don't know. Maybe the one where you can repick the prompt. Is that what it says? Yes! Nice! I am going immediately. Why are my prompts over here? A book published in the year, let's put them here. A book published in the year you were born. I am putting that back because I do not wish to read that this month because it won't be for my TBR shelf. So I am using my try again bonus this time round. Let's put these here so we don't get confused. Are they upright? I don't know, you tell me. Okay, big number please. 2, I'm gonna stop talking. 1, 2, we get £2 and a prompt. Okay, I feel like I've said prompt a lot of times, but there's only 3. Oh, the TBR jar. Oh, I looked at that straight away. Let's go real close to the bottom. A book set in the future. Ooh, okay. I don't know if I have anything on my shelf that matches that. We will find out. Okay, I'm not saying anything. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I love this one. So the moon means read at night, but you also get £5 and a bonus. So let's get the boost. Read at night. Here is the moon. Try not to reflect the light. Read at night. I like that one. So you can go here, and we get a bonus. Ooh, multiply the tile coins would be real good to get right now. Is that it? Oh my, everything's coming up. Millhouse. Multiply the tile coins. Did I put my £5 in already? Oh no, did I put my £5 in? You will know, because you will have just seen that, but I can't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel like I didn't. Let me just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You will know because you'll have just seen it, and when editing Jess gets to that point, you'll know if I'm putting too many in, but I'm gonna put the extra 5 in and we'll figure it out at the end. Okay, can't remember. This will be finish. Okay, let's recap. So we have, if I have done this correctly, this is gonna be a lot. Is this gonna be 21? 1, 2, 21. So we either have £21 to spend in April, or we have 16. Here is the answer. Editing Jess will figure that out. I think it's 21. Okay, what are you doing in there now? And the prompts we have, first of all, I do have to read from my TBR jar, The Lost Bookshop. 1, 2, 3, 4 boost cards, which are, pick from your TBR jar, we have already done. Read at night, write in a journal. I'm trying to get better at doing this every day. And take your book to a coffee shop. I host a book club every fortnight and we do go to a coffee shop, so that one's quite easy, but I try, when I get that boost card, I do try to do it by myself, not connected to book club, and just go and be brave all alone in a coffee shop with my book. Next up, let's talk prompts. First up, we have a genre I don't usually read, a book with clouds on the cover, a book in a series, and finally, a book set in the future. Let's go find that TBR book and some potential books. Okay, let's go. Did you enjoy it? Welcome back, let's pick some books. First of all, I cannot believe I landed on TBR jar again. I haven't landed on that for months, and then all of a sudden, 2 sequential months, we'll land on the TBR jar. I have the book right here. I'll be reading The Lost Bookshop by Evie Woods. And do you know what? Out of that list of books, they could have been much worse. This is kind. This is not a big book. I'm quite excited to read it, so sure. I think I got this from the... Oh, it says Oxfam $3.49, but I thought I got it from a car boot sale. Could be car boot sale, could be Oxfam, I don't know. Either way, I got it second hand and I only paid a few pounds for it. So, let's talk prompts. My dice fell on the floor. How does this get so dusty? It's been days. So, as I've already said, I got Pick from Your TBR jar as my first boost. I have also got Read at Night. I had this last month too, and I think I said then, this is really easy to do. I mostly read at night anyway, but I would like to really get into the habit of reading a few pages just before I fall asleep at night. So I'm going to introduce that again. Write in a journal. I got that last month too. I might need to mix up these boost cards, you know, and make it a bit more spicy on the board. But again, I mentioned in my wrap up that I'm really trying to write in a journal more often to be in tune with my feelings, because I have a lot of them and am prone to struggling. And the last one is my absolute favourite, take your book to a coffee shop. So I love doing that, and I think I say it every time it comes up that I run a book club, or a silent book club, and I'll put the details down below. This is a cool concept. I did not come up with the concept, I just run my local chapter. But anyway, we've gone off on a tangent. So I host it in a book, That'll help. I host it in a coffee shop, but when I get this boost card, I try to use it by myself, because it's very, well, it's not easy for me to host a book club, but going to that regular coffee shop and hosting that book club isn't too nerve-wracking for me, whereas I want to use these boost cards to push myself out of my comfort zone, and therefore I would like to take my book to a coffee shop by myself and do some reading. That's what I try to do. I did it last month and it was very, very nice. Did you itch yourself elsewhere? Prompt-wise, aside from my TBR jar, we have 4. First of which, a genre you don't usually read. Okay. A book with clouds on the cover. That's so hard! Considering I'm trying to read from this teeny tiny selection of books here. Jesus. Oh, there might be one actually. A book in a series. And a book set in the future. So aside from my 4 prompts, I also have my spring equinox Orilium prompts. So I will link G's account down below. She hosts this incredible magical readathon. It blows my mind how much effort and time and creativity she puts into this. I would love one day for her to write a book. Her partner Logan does all of the design work, I think. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure that G draws up the ideas and then Logan puts them into practice, and because he's an artiste. So I would love one day for her to write a book and for him to illustrate it. I just want to put my dreams out there, okay? If you don't put your dreams out there, how can you manifest them? I got distracted and tried to skip ahead, but I was telling you about the Orilium magical readathon, and the prompts that I have from G which I need to incorporate. So I've got 4 prompts from Magical Readathon to fulfill, and my own 4 prompts, and a TBR jar. Rest assured, I will not be aiming for 9 books. I mean, we can dream, but no. So I will be doubling up on Magical Readathon prompts and my TBR game prompts, just to keep things difficult and fresh. So my 4 prompts from Magical Readathon are 2%. My battery's gonna die. Just wait there 1 second. Sorry for the chaos. I'm back. I have a new battery in. Everything's fine. My first class I need to take for Magical Readathon, not thong, is Inscription, and the prompt is the hook. So I need to go through my books on my shelf and find my favourite first sentence and get hooked. The second class I'm taking is Art of Illusion. The class is Distance Manipulation, and this one's really easy because it's just book from your planned TBR. So I can pick any book using my TBR game prompts and just double up on this one. Perfect. My third class is Psionics and Divination. The class itself is Psychokinesis, and so I need to find a book with witches or the occult. And I think if you're here, you know I love witchy books, so that is not going to be a struggle for me. Finally, I will be taking Lore. Lore is in L-O-R-E. I clarify every single time. And I will be studying the Song of Ages. And what I need to do is find a musical term in the title. Now, I know when this one came up, I thought there's going to be nothing on my shelves that fits this prompt. But G did say, because I think she also has to take this class, that you can be as flexible with it as you like. So I think she was quite flexible with her choices. I can't remember what she picked, but I'll tell you my thoughts for that one when we get to picking the books, which is right now. So as I said a minute ago, I'm still trying to read from, can you see them in the screen here? I'm still trying to read from these books, and so each month it gets harder and harder. But this challenge will end at the end of June, so we're not far away now. We do need to up our game a little bit because, as I said in my March wrap-up, I only read 4 books last month. So the only problem I have is for a musical term one, I have 1 book in mind on my shelf, but it does not fit any of my prompts. Let me get the book. Because otherwise... Hi, sorry, I'm back. Because otherwise, can I bring you over here? So these are my options, and musical term, I'm thinking none of these are a musical term by any stretch of the imagination. Except for, I thought Silence in The Silence of the Girls kind of is, and also Screaming. Now, I like me some heavy rock. I like screamo, I like pop punk. So for me, this is a musical term. And therefore, because I don't really fancy The Silence of the Girls, I'll be reading Out There Screaming, which is an anthology of new black horror, and it is edited by Jordan Peele. Now, I think when I bought this book, I mentioned how much I love Jordan Peele. This is my favourite horror film of all time, bar none. Obsessed. And he directed it, so I'm very excited to read this one. I'm not really vibing with short stories at the moment, but I'm hopeful this one will solve the dilemma. So this one is for my musical term prompt. Screaming, we're going with it, but it doesn't fulfill any of my prompts. So we have a book set in the future. Turn with me so you can see. A book set in the future. Griefkeeper, oh, Griefkeeper could be. It feels futuristic, but I don't think it's set in the future. I did start reading this and was really interested in it, but I just soft DNF'd it at one point. No, I don't think so. Somebody's Daughter is a memoir, that's not set in the future. I don't know about Witch King. No. Voyage of the Damned. Nope. Sunbringer? Don't think so. I don't think any of those are. Okay. None of those are set in the future. Ooh. It's not from my TBR challenge, but is the Ministry of Time set in the future? In the near future. It's like the first words you can see. Okay. I mean, it's not part of my TBR shelf challenge, which is annoying because I am really, really trying to get through this. I've still got my TBR jar book to read, but I am very excited to read this one. So we are going to be picking up The Ministry of Time by Kellyanne Bradley. Does this match any of my Orilium prompts? I've made a decision that I would like to admit to you. I'm going to double this up with my magical readathon prompt, a musical term. Time. Okay, look, it's a stretch. It's a stretch. It is a stretch. But G said I could stretch if I wanted to stretch, so I'm going to stretch. Otherwise I think I'm going to struggle. So yeah, for now, I'll keep Out There Screaming there for now. I don't know. But I think I could double this up. Next up, I have a book in a series. And on my shelf, I can tell you, Sunbringer is definitely in a series. I'm going off the top of my head. I'm not researching anything because I just like the chaos. Nothing else there. Oh, A Day of Fallen Night is, but I'm not ready. I'm just not mentally ready. I think that might be it. Although, I discovered this the other day. Let me show you. I have After the Forest by Kel Woods on my shelf, and this is the Illumicrate edition. And I discovered the other day that this has a prequel, which is like a 0.5. So this is a book in a series, and I'm really excited to read this one. I think this is a Hansel and Gretel retelling, and I believe Greta, based on Gretel, is a witch. And that will therefore double up my A Book in a Series prompt and my Magical Readathon Witches prompt. Next up, I have a book with clouds on the cover, and I'm pretty sure I can only think of one on this shelf that has clouds on the cover, and it's Watch Over Me. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I really thought it had clouds. I'm like zooming in to try and find there's no clouds, is there? I thought because it's Unclaspment Straws, there's really no clouds. Damn. Okay. The Salt Path probably does. Okay, the Salt Path does. Illustrated clouds, but we would say they're clouds, right? Okay, so I think that seems like a good option as well because it's only 250 pages? 270 pages. But it looks quite easy to read. So possibly a book with clouds on the cover. For reasons that I will currently not be explaining, you'll see, I need to read Shuggy Bane this month, so I need to make this fit in a prompt too. I mean, there's not clouds on the cover, but it's a very grey sky. So we would say that it's cloudy, right? Right? I'll let you be the judge. Comment a little cloud emoji if you think this counts, and I will add it to the list. Because I would really like to use this for a prompt and not just read it rogue, because otherwise I'm going to have a lot of books on my hands. And based on how last month went, I can't have loads of books on my hands. I'm just going to trust that you're going to say it's fine. My last prompt for my TBR game, I am prepared for, because it is a genre you don't usually read, and I've had this book on my shelf for quite a long time, not really sure when to read it. Then I remembered I had this prompt in my deck, and I was thinking this is perfect for it, because I have Upon My Shelf Somebody's Daughter by Ashley C. Ford, a memoir. I do not read memoirs. That is very, very rare for me to read a memoir. And it's also not very long. I think it's maybe 200 pages, 210 pages. So I think that one seems like a logical choice. Hi, I need this assistance. So for my magical readathon prompts now, I had musical term, which I think I'm gonna go for Ministry of Time. Sorry if that's a stretch. We like to be stretchy. I've got planned TBR. Which one of those have I had for, oh, Shuggy Bane I've had for ages. So Shuggy Bane is going to be my planned TBR. And also because you're all going to be so kind to me, we're counting that as clouds on the cover, right? And then for my magical readathon prompts, I had to read something with witches in. I've done that, we'll get there. First sentence, that's my last one. I just thought maybe this would be really helpful actually if it was set in 1992. Okay, bye. That's when I was set. The day was flat. I kid you not. The first sentence is, the day was flat. That would be really clutching at straws. We're gonna stick with cloud. Just remember, you can always come home. Aaron's heart screamed. My father always says, you can't run from your responsibilities, but he lacks imagination. Actually, that's quite funny, but wow. Waking was floating to the surface of a soft world of water, not what Kai had expected. We believe in luck. We are in a museum which is packed with exhibits but empty of visitors. But he looked so normal. I've often heard it said about killers. On the morning of my interview, I slept until 8. For the living, death is a scar. Tempting, that's a potential. I was under the stairs when I decided to walk. I am already at an age and additionally in a state where I must always wash my feet thoroughly before bed, in the event of having to be removed by an ambulance in the night. Well, that's funny, okay, that's quite funny. I'm perhaps a little bit desperate, but that's quite funny. Okay, let's recap. That was unnecessarily stressful. Here's the stack. Let's recap. For the magical readathon prompt, a great first sentence, I will be reading Drive Your Plow Over the Bones of the Dead by Olga Tokarczuk. For the prompt, a genre you don't usually read, I'll be reading Somebody's Daughter by Ashley C. Ford. It's a memoir. For the prompt, a book with clouds on the cover. And the magical readathon prompt, planned TBR, I'll be reading Shuggy Bane by Douglas Stewart. For my A Book in a Series prompt, and also my magical readathon prompt, Witches, I'll be reading After the Forest by Kel Woods. You're beautiful, ma'am. For my prompt, a book set in the future, and also for the magical readathon prompt of a musical term in the title, we have the stretchiest of stretches, The Ministry of Time by Callie Ann Bradley. And finally, from my TBR jar, I'll be reading Lost Bookshop by Evie Woods. Let's see the stack again. Here she is. The stack of books that I'll be reading or attempting to read in April. Wish me so much luck. I think I I think I read maybe half of this much in March, so we've got a true challenge ahead of ourselves. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you have any recommendations for reading prompts that I can add to my TBR game when I get my booster pack delivered, please let me know in the comments down below, and also add a cloud emoji. Otherwise, I'll catch you in a video very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye!
Let me show you a place where you gon' wanna move your feet until they start to